Ladies and gentlemen, Night of Destruction number 1 of 2016, the low-budget Season 4, and Tommy, it only took us a couple episodes to get here because, really, not a lot of work to get to this point here yet.
Yeah, definitely not a big break either. I mean, technically, in reality, it was a very short off-season. What we expected coming into Irwindale Speedway's Night of Destruction run of 2016 because of the additional Nights of Destruction. So we're up to 7 now, one more than last year. And Jeffrey, it's January. It's time to go Night of Destruction right off the bat.
Yeah. So really, like you said, it doesn't feel like there was much of a gap. Did you feel like that helped going into this event? Because I know sometimes we have the issue where when the cars sit, lots of issues pop up over the off season. Did you feel like we had that issue?
I'm gonna yay and nay it.
Yay and nay it.
One reason why I think it helped is because in the last Night of Destruction in 2015, we all got lucky and brought the cars home in relatively good condition. And I'm gonna agree with what you're gonna say. I'm gonna nay it. I can't agree twice.
He's gonna nay it.
I'm gonna nay it.
You're such a horse fan, man.
I am.
His name.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to disagree because there is really no break. And
calm down.
Jeez. You too. We just got to keep the naysayers in, right?
Yeah,
no, but the one thing that I disagreed on was that the quick turnover, we got lucky by not having a lot of work to fix on, though we had no time to get these new cars ready until we started thrashing. So, yay and nay, that's what I did.
Yeah, so a lot of cars that we're getting ready, and we'll go through all those cars that are coming. A couple new drivers happening. Mm-hmm. First race of the night, first race of the low budget Season 4 is going to be an Enduro. We're going to take out, for me, I'm going to be in Rainbow Dash 3.0. In fact, I haven't even hammered into this point in this roundup. You're not even there right now.
I'm not even
Where are you? Where are you?
Where was I?
You were in San Diego, weren't you?
I was in San Diego for Monster Jam. I told Jeffrey at the end of last year, I said, hey, so if they schedule this event on a Monster Jam weekend, you know what? I'm going to have to go with Monster Jam.
I didn't believe him. I didn't think he would.
And I honestly didn't know if I would either. But I decided I'll stick to my guns and go to Monster Jam.
You did?
It's a lot cheaper for me than it was for... It was a lot cheaper weekend for me than it was for Jeffrey.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. So I'm going to be driving Rainbow Dash 3.0, but Tommy, we have a slew of drivers. Yeah. Some new faces going to be in our cars. Now, first one I'll hit off quick. We fixed up a car, the number 20 machine, that had run in the female Demolition Derby last year.
Yeah.
This car, we put a driver that has quite the credentials behind him. His name's Ryan Partridge.
I wouldn't even say we fixed it up. I think that what happened was Ryan, a racer, typical racer, he came over to us and said, hey, I'm going to be here on Saturday. Do you have a car for me to run? And this was beginning of the week, probably Monday.
Didn't you put a radiator in it?
Well, I'll get to that. Okay. I'm like, well, no, I legitimately don't have any car available. But I was like, haha, see that red car over there? I got a radiator for it if you want to put one in there. And go ahead and do it. And I'm laughing as I'm saying this. And he goes, okay, I'll do it.
Yep.
And so he jumps in. He's going to jump into this red number 20 that was a Demolition Derby car last year in October.
It looks like crap. Also, your hatchback's going to be back on track, the number 96. You're not going to be behind the wheel. It's going to be James, one of our crew member guys, who's going to get behind the wheel a couple times tonight.
Yeah, no, I was influential in that decision, meaning that car, we know that had the transmission problems, and we know it bounces around, and it's just not a car that is, in my opinion, something for me to hold on to. It was a car that I enjoyed driving once or twice, but it's nothing sentimental to me. So James was there, and I wasn't there in San Diego, or I was in San Diego. James was at Irwindale. So I said, James, here's the key, buddy. Go drive it.
We'll see if he gets a Giant Peach. Also happening in this race, Tommy, taking behind the wheel, Matt. Panama Matt will be behind Sweetie Belle, taking to the track in that 66 machine. It's got a weird thing going on with the rear. We'll see how he does in that race.
He also has a shaking front suspension too. That car is used and abused, but hey, he wants to go drive it, let him drive.
Yep. Also driving, your girlfriend Shayla is going to be taking her blue number 2 machine.
Yes.
So she'll be out there, and like we mentioned, Rainbow Dash 3.0 for me. So there's a lot of us cars. I don't even know how many cars are going to be starting this race in the Enduro, but they're already lined up. They're getting ready to go. Folks, it is time to get ready for the first race, the Enduro. It's race time. Let's get it on.
Oh, boy. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Good car.
then again, I need to remember what I'm driving in. I want to thank you guys, Tommy, Jeffrey. This is a wonderful experience. Love to tell you guys that I'm going to come in first or something like that, but I need to be realistic and remember what I'm driving. After the auto soccer last time, hi guys, took a soccer ball to the back, had a soccer ball re-driven into the back, and is dented and the back tire is angled. It hops in a straight line is what I'm saying. Tommy, Jeffrey, want to thank you guys for this opportunity. This is going to be fun. So since we're doing 15 and 15, I'm just going to take the first half to figure out the course, try and stay on the lead lap. Ha, right. I don't know how you do this, Jeffrey, talking to a camera like this. I run out of things to say, and I talk for a living. Alright, so there is what appears to be steam coming out of the front of my car right now. And all I've been doing is sitting here idling. That's not a good sign. But it doesn't look like I'm the only car doing it. The 82 up ahead is billowing right now.
I don't know what's wrong with the car, Jim. Just won't start. Well, maybe take some coolant, put it inside of the fuel capacitor, it'll start doing it up. Well, I'm just gonna pour this gasoline in here, right here, see? That way we could light it up once the cars are ready, get the track set on fire. It's gonna be great. Yeah, we can't do that again, Simon. And I see now the whole show's starting here. You fucked everything up. Man, clean this, man. Brush off that gasoline, man. I don't give a shit. This is my idea anyway. Fucking, no one likes my idea. I don't know what's wrong with the car. Maybe there's something, I don't know. I checked it before I came. Damn it, fucking Marcus, we told you to fucking make sure your car works before it comes in. I don't know what it could possibly be. Yeah, well, I mean, you need to work it so that you can trash it, and if you can't work it, then you can't trash it. So you're just gonna trash it without it even working to get trashed. You're a fucking idiot. He's like, why do we wear yellow suits to say Simpson on it? We ain't no Simpsons. Here we have number 12 inside of a Toyota. What's that? Celica? Yes, sir. Passenger is going to be eating some Burger King while we do it. Rainbow Dash 87 has seen better days.
The worst part's the waiting.
Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry it's small, but kind of
Well, folks, welcome to Night of Destruction #1 here on the Low Budgets.
Okay, the really scary part I'm just starting to realize is all of these cars are on their own drivers, doing their own thing on a really narrow track. I've never actually driven this deep of a U, so this will be my first time actually getting a feel for this track. And this part right here, as we go through the bottom of the kidney bean, is gonna be really tight, probably gonna get shaken up a fair bit in here. They said during the driver's meeting they wanted to get it slowed down. Somehow, I don't think they're gonna manage that.
So we barely made it in. Welcome to Night of Destruction #1. This ought to be fun and hectic. This whole race I'm gonna have to think about what I want to do with cameras. It's kind of funny. This is called not paying attention. Congratulations, you win a gold star. Now that's about as fast as that car goes, so they think we're racing. I'm wearing the driver's suit of Michael De Gregorio.
And I have raced right behind me. This is gonna be a fun start.
All right, let's break this puppy in. Rainbow Dash 3.0. Now, I've learned from these Enduros to not kill my car on the first lap. Mostly because I've killed my car on the first lap. Seatbelt needs some work. So far, so good. A nice calm race. I think my headlights are still in my car. Oops. This has been a really clean Enduro so far. I don't think I've seen a single wreck. The car likes to drive. I'm working my way slowly through the field. Oh, how'd that happen?
Catching up, I think I'm just gonna lap.
Jason Galvin almost flipped it over.
Oh, he was leaking fluid everywhere.
Don't touch my rainbow dash. I see 10th place. It's up there. So that 20 car is actually a Team Low Budget car. And he's leading the race. I'm at. Alright, I'm up to 10. See, it's just about being smart. I can feel how heavy this car is compared to past ones I've driven. Wow, I got a whole slew of cars right here. And a wreck. This is just a pack of silliness right here. I don't know how long I want to be in this. They are working on wrecking each other. Oh my. Yeah! Place.
It's a good little car, holding up well.
So Tom is not racing here today like we talked about. He's out at the Monster Jam right now. It's just flat. It's flat.
Well, that was an interesting first round. It feels like someone got into the back of me at one point, nearly put me in the K-rail. Was able to keep control of it, got out of their way, and put it right between the gap and the wall. But hey, double zeros on the leaderboard in 10. That's pretty dang good. Go Jeffrey. So I'm not really in contention for the lead, I don't think. So I'm not really concerned where I start with the next run of things. I just want to make sure I can get myself a good line. So as long as whatever lap I'm on, I don't mind if a few people move up on me.
Scored in 10th. Now this is the crazy half here. With this crazy half, you know, I'm just hoping to make it through my steering. Something's wrong with the steering on this car. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
All right, we're back on the pace lap. 15 down, 15 to go.
Same car. So I was not, oh no, I just jumped up to 7. Saw that coming. Woo! Sideways. Someone's knocking on my door. When I go through this turn, I try not to cut it too close to the wall in case someone spins me out, like it's going on right there. Wreck on the front straightaway, apparently, a big one. That 3 guy's been asking for it. He hit me earlier. James spun out.
overheating. I'm gonna try to get this car to the finish. So this car is pegged right now on hot. I noticed it around lap 22. To go, come on, car, you can make it. The guy behind me is trying to pass me for position. Not having none of it. White flag, one more lap, car, come on. All right, next up is the skid plate race. I'll be the only car in that race from the Team Low Budget team.
Oh. Whew. I'm sweating up a storm right now. I think it's hot out there.
The steering wheel was giving out. It snapped at the U-joint.
Really?
Yeah. And then I was like, shit, and somebody like T-boned me.
I know, I saw that.
38 cars took to the track. They were smoking, they were beating, they were banging, but actually, you know what, Tommy? That was one of the cleanest Enduros I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was actually really good. I mean, considering all those cars, and you'd think the off-season a little bit had something to do with it, but everybody seemed to be respectful out there.
Everybody watching right now, just check their phone.
They did.
I can guarantee you. Folks, 38 cars take to the track. I think we all expected a lot more beat-up ones. Obviously, you're not at the track right now. You weren't.
Yeah.
So you're seeing kind of the aftermath of everything.
Well, yeah, I definitely came after my San Diego trip, so we're explaining what's going on.
Yeah. This is so weird. It's like you're talking in the third person. So with
Where's
these
that wall at?
with these 38 cars on track, Tommy, there was an additional car that we didn't mention, which was Rainbow Dash 2.0 taken to the track, started on the pole.
Yeah.
Oh, actually on the front row. It
Rainbow
was
Dash 1.0.
No. 1.0 was upside down
Oh, that's
and
right.
flipped
2.0.
over by
We're
four
up
goals.
to 3 now.
Yeah, we're at
It's
3.0.
been a long off-season.
Mine's 3.0. So Johnny and Adam, two of the guys that we compete with in Demolition Derbies, they fixed it up. It was a fuel pump that went out on that
Well,
car.
as you saw in the work video, we wrote that car off. It was him that wanted to fix it. So
And he did. He did.
Yeah.
So he raced it out there. He took it out. Now, I got to address this immediately, and you'll see this, I believe, in the in-car. Folks, you're going to see that when I pull out while pace laps are happening. Now, I set up cameras all around the track, and everybody had already staged on the track. Everyone from our team, I just had to quickly get back to the pits, throw on my driver suit, which is a new driver suit, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to put that thing on, and then jump in my car and go. No big deal, right? Except when I realized that your girlfriend's car was locked.
Locked
Folks.
up. Your fire suit was stuck inside. At least the pants part of it.
No, everything.
Oh, that's
It was
right,
all in there.
everything,
It was all in there. Shayla's out on the track with her keys. I'm sitting here with looking in a locked car going, oh no, I don't have a driver suit. She's getting ready to go. Pace laps are just getting ready to start. I'm screwed. I look over and I notice that for some reason, Michael De Gregorio, who we've seen win a bunch of skid plate races, I'm like, aren't you racing in this race? He's like, no, aren't you? And I'm like, oh, I thought you were. And I'm kind of screwed. I don't have a driver's suit.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and goes, you think you'll fit in mine? Michael DeGregorio let me put on his driver's suit.
That's awesome.
And I jumped in the car. I got going. Talk about sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Talk about teamwork.
Yeah.
There. That was really cool.
Also being in the right place at the right time.
Oh, I got lucky. I got very, very lucky. I pull out, just got out there. And you know what? The car, I got to say, like, even though when I was pulling off the track, I was kind of thinking to myself, like, I don't know exactly how good it was. The car had some issues, but it was a fast car. I was passing. I was working through.
Yeah.
I started in the back. I had fun driving this car.
Drove your way up to, I think, the top 5 until started overheating.
Almost. Was closing in on that top 5. I think I got as high as 7th until, like you said, the car started overheating. And I'm like, oh, boy. If I wasn't in the top 10, I would have probably played it a lot safer. But I'm like, dude, I'm in the top 10. Yeah. I'm in 7th right now. I got to maintain as much as I can. The longer I ran, the more that car started losing power, the more nervous I started to get. Checker flag came out, managed to keep it in 9th.
Nice job. So you stayed in the top 10. Though that car was boiling.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that car's future is going to be.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully the motor didn't get hurt. Now, let's talk about a car that definitely got hurt. James took out your hatchback, and Tommy, he spun out in kind of a weird spot and never got going.
He took out my hatchback, and my hatchback took him out.
The steering wheel broke.
The steering wheel, actually, what happened was I found out after a short while after the race, because, you guys mentioned that the steering wheel was spinning around. Well, when I got to the track at the end of the full night after I was driving home from San Diego, I took a look under the car, and the steering rack had broken, meaning that you lost complete steering, meaning the steering wheel was doing nothing because what's under the hood was absolutely broken.
So he finishes 37th of 38 cars.
Yeah, that was a tough loss.
Yeah, now scooting forward, do we know where Johnny finished in Rainbow Dash?
Johnny finished, let me get my cheat sheet out.
Because I do know that Shayla, she seemed to have an okay night out there, finished 23rd.
Yeah, Johnny finished in the 31st spot. He kind of fell out of that one early.
I think they had a flat tire. I think
and that car went out with cords showing. So, and then also, so you finished 9th. Shayla, like you said, finished 23rd. And how about a big shout out to Panama Matt finishing in 12th.
12th place for Sweetie Belle. I'm impressed. I got it because Matt doesn't have a lot of behind the wheel experience, especially in racing. And that's probably the best car we've ever given him to drive. But Tommy, how about Ryan Partridge taking the 20 machine to second? He was this close to winning, and I think the motor blew up on it or something.
The motor, the same issue that you had, it was starting to overheat, and it was really being hammered by Ryan, which, hey, he was in the lead. You got to go after it. And that motor started laying down on him and lost the lead on the very last lap.
Well, you know what? It was a great run for a lot of our cars, and not too surprising for some of the others. But you know what, folks? That's the first race of the low budget season 4. And guess what? We still have 3 more to go tonight. Skid play race is coming up next.